Targeted for custody. The tragic murder of Microsoft executive Jared Bridegan. In a heinous act of violence, Microsoft executive Jared Bridegan was shot dead in front of his young daughter, leaving a community in shock and a family devastated. The motive behind his brutal murder? A bitter custody battle with his ex-wife that had been raging for 7 years. As the investigation deepens and a suspect is arrested, dark revelations come to light, raising questions about the involvement of others in this senseless tragedy. Join us as we unravel the heartbreaking story of Jared Bridegan's life and untimely death and explore the shocking twists and turns of this ongoing case. Welcome to AF Crime, the channel that brings you fascinating crimes all around the world. If you're interested in this kind of content, then this channel is for you. Make sure to like this video, click on the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell to keep you updated on our recent uploads. Now, let's get right into the video and investigate the crime scene of Jared Bridegan. Jared Bridegan was the kind of person that left a lasting impression on anyone he met. His warm smile and kind demeanor could light up a room, and his dedication to his family and community was unmatched. As a successful executive at Microsoft, Jared had achieved the kind of professional success that many people only dream of, but he never lost sight of what truly mattered in life: his family. Jared was a dedicated father to his young twins, and his love for them was evident in everything he did. He spent countless hours playing with them, reading to them, and taking them on adventures around their neighborhood. However, Jared's journey took a difficult turn in 2010 when he married Shauna Gardner Fernandez. Despite their initial happiness, the couple divorced just 5 years later in 2015. The split was far from amicable, and the former couple was involved in a combative legal battle over the terms of their children's custody. However, life went on for both Jared and Shauna. After their divorce, Shauna moved on and married Mario Fernandez, and Jared married Kristen Bridegan, with whom he had 2 young children. But even in the midst of these difficult times, Jared remained committed to providing a stable and loving environment for his children. He and Shauna arranged a unique agreement where whoever didn't have custody of the kids that week got to have 1 night a week to take the children out. Jared's unwavering dedication to his children and community was a testament to his character. He was the kind of person who always put others first, even when it wasn't easy. Jared's spirit shone bright, and his kind heart touched the lives of everyone around him, despite the challenges he faced. Jared continued to be an inspiration to those who knew him. He reminded us all that even in the midst of difficult times, we can find strength and hope in the love of those closest to us. In the early evening of February 16, 2022, Jared's life was tragically cut short when he was ambushed during his regular routine. He had just dropped off the 2 children he shared with his ex-wife and was driving back home with one of his other young daughters in the back seat when he came across a tire in the road. Jared stopped the car to move the tire out of the way. That's when he was gunned down at close range. The police later confirmed that it was not a robbery, but a planned and targeted ambush and murder. The news of Jared's death sent shockwaves through his community and beyond. He was only 33 years old, and his death was a devastating loss for his family and friends. Jared had so much life left to live, and his commitment to his family and community was unbreakable. He had been planning to head home to his wife Kirsten and his daughter London, and his other daughter Bexley, who was only 2 years old at the time. She was in the back seat of the car. Jared's death was a senseless act of violence that robbed the world of a truly remarkable person. Jared and his ex-wife Shauna Gardner Fernandez had been battling over custody of their children and their $800,000 home in Ponte Vedra Beach for several years before Bridegan's untimely death. Court documents show that the couple had trouble agreeing on who would have majority custody of the kids and who would get the home. The legal battle between the two was still ongoing at the time of Bridegan's passing. As the investigation into Bridegan's death unfolded, questions arose about whether the ongoing custody battle played a role in his passing. While the cause of death has not been officially determined, some speculate that the stress of the legal battle may have taken a toll on him. The tragic end to their long-standing dispute over their children and home serves as a reminder of the emotional toll that legal battles can take on families. Despite their disagreements, Bridegan and Gardner-Fernandez shared a bond through their children, and their loss is a reminder that life is too short to hold on to grudges and anger. The city had been on edge ever since the news of Jared Bridegan's murder had first broken. The well-respected Microsoft executive and father of 4 had been a pillar of the community, and his violent death had left everyone reeling. After months of little progress in the investigation, the city grew restless. But on January 25, 2023, hope was revived when the police made a major breakthrough and arrested Henry Tenen, a 61-year-old man with a checkered past. He was charged with conspiracy to commit murder, second-degree murder with a weapon, and accessory after the fact to a capital felony. Interestingly, Tenen was already incarcerated on unrelated charges when he was charged with the Bridegan offenses. His last arrest was on August 18th for possession of a weapon by a felon and driving with a suspended or revoked license on a third or subsequent conviction. The city breathed a collective sigh of relief, knowing that a dangerous criminal was finally off the streets. But the case was far from closed. The police had made it clear that Tenen did not act alone, and there were still many unanswered questions about the motive behind the murder. Rumors swirled around the city about who else might have been involved and what their motivations could have been. As the trial of Henry Tenen continued, more information came to light about the possible motive behind the murder of Jared Bridegan. It was revealed that Tenen had worked as a contractor for Mario Fernandez, the husband of Bridegan's ex-wife, Shauna Gardner-Fernandez. According to a former roommate of Tenen who spoke to the New York Post, the suspect had performed contracting work for Fernandez on a regular basis. "I know he did little jobs for Mario here and there when he asked him to," the unnamed source said. The connection between Tenen and the Fernandezes raised eyebrows and led to speculation about their involvement in the murder. While police had not yet disclosed any additional suspects in the case, the link between the suspect and the victim's ex-wife added a layer of complexity to the investigation. As the trial continued, the city remained on edge, waiting for more information to emerge about the possible motive and any other accomplices in the crime. The case had captured the attention of the public, with many following the trial closely and hoping for justice to be served for Jared Bridegan and his family. The legal battle between the prosecution and defense teams continued to be tense and dramatic, with both sides presenting their own versions of events and calling witnesses to testify. The truth behind the murder of Jared Bridegan was still shrouded in mystery, but the city waited with bated breath for justice to be served and for this perpetrator or perpetrators to be brought to justice. As of the beginning of the trial, Henry Tenen, the suspect in the murder of Jared Bridegan, has entered a plea of not guilty on all 4 charges against him: conspiracy to commit murder, second-degree murder with a weapon, accessory after the fact to a capital felony, and felony child abuse. The trial is ongoing and the prosecution is working to prove his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The plea of not guilty has left many in the community frustrated and concerned, as the evidence against Tenen appears to be strong. The circumstances of the murder are still shrouded in mystery, and the community is eager for answers about the motive and any potential accomplices in the crime. As the trial progresses, the city waits with bated breath to see if justice will be served and the truth behind the murder of Jared Bridegan will finally be revealed. The story of Jared Bridegan's life and death is a heartbreaking reminder of the emotional toll that legal battles can take on families and communities. His unwavering dedication to his children and community will never be forgotten, and his senseless murder serves as a call for justice and change. May his legacy inspire us to cherish our loved ones and seek peace and understanding in our disagreements. If you feel that this case was an intriguing one, like this video and share it with all your friends. Also subscribe to our AF Crime channel for finding more shocking tales around the world. And if you have any criminal case that you like me to investigate, share it in the comment section below.